What is up, gamers? This is Proto, and welcome back to another episode of Like or Dislike, where we look at some of the latest games that come out. I give you a synapse of the game and do a pros and cons at the end to help you decide if you want to get the game. And also a new feature if it's compatible for Steam Deck, because I have a Steam Deck and I can test these games out. So it's not wasting any more time. Today we are looking at Arcade Paradise. Now this is a management sim type game that a certain type of gamers will fall in love with. Story-wise, you play the daughter of a father that owns a laundromat, and he wants you to manage it, but you see the potential of this place becoming a full-blown arcade. So over time, you begin converting the laundromat into one. Now, during the game, you will be managing both businesses at the same time to eventually have the full-blown arcade. Now, on the laundromat side, you will have to wash and dry loads of clothes, getting paid based on how long it takes you to do every load and keeping the place clean. So basically, if you get the loads out as soon as they're done, wash and dry them, you'll make the maximum amount of money. If you take forever, you'll barely make any dollars. And that plays in part to getting your arcade set up. Now on the arcade side, you'll keep machines running by fixing them, buying new cabinets to bring in more customers, and you'll be able to lay out certain arcade machines in your arcade as it gets bigger to draw in more people. And one of the best parts about owning an arcade, you'll be able to play games during your downtime, waiting for loads to get done, picking up money, fixing machines, and I spend a lot of time doing that myself. Now you'll be using the money from both businesses to slowly expand and buy new machines, so you will be grinding from time to time through the game, and that's where a lot of people may fall off of the game or may lose interest in it. But if you like sim type games and you don't mind grinding and you like arcades like me, I grew up in the arcade era, you'll really see the funness in this. Now you can also unlock upgrades by completing daily tasks and saving up that money to buy them. Now the upgrades do make a big impact, but they felt hard to reach sometimes because you have to complete so many for the high rewards. So for instance, you get like 3 daily tasks every day. They can range anywhere from $15 to about $20 worth to use. But some of these upgrades require hundreds of dollars. So if you want certain unlocks, you may be grinding trying to get these. And sometimes you can't get all of them every day. So you got to keep that in mind. But that's the main thing about the upgrades. Now, you actually playing the arcades has a major impact in the game. By beating arcades or completing certain goals for that specific arcade machine, it will make the popularity for that one go higher, which in turn will make people want to play it more and make you make more money. And if you got highly popular machines around other machines that are not very popular, it'll actually raise their value up and make people want to try them out too. So it gives you incentive to be lazy some days and just play arcade machines. It don't matter whether you're just completing certain goals on them or you just playing it. It increases the value of them. So a good excuse to just be lazy and play games a couple days, which is what I did during the game. Now, like I said before, you will spend a good portion of the game doing the same task over and over every day. But if you like sim games like that, it won't bother you. Now, when I unlocked the jukebox and had music playing, it made the time fly by so fast for me for doing my daily tasks. I literally come in, turn on the music, knock out all my daily tasks, get my loads of clothes, start washing, and then before I know it, I have time to chill and play games in between loads coming in and going out of the wash and dry. But keep that in mind, some people may not like that. Some people may get bored very fast with that whole concept, because you will have to do that literally day by day to save money to buy new machines and to upgrade the place. Now it took me 38 hours to complete the story, having some of the upgrades unlocked. The story was very nice and kept throwing you curveballs at the end, but I personally like that, and it came out to a great ending, which I personally love. And I got to shout out to the developers. You guys told a very good story, and I love the way it ended. Now, graphic wise, the game looks great visually, using its game references, retro game themes, which are mini games that you play everywhere, doing your interactions, and so much more. Now I did notice a little stuttering towards the end, but nothing major. And like I said, I have a Steam Deck, so I also tested it out on there. Even though the game isn't verified for it right now, it runs very smoothly with really no controller issues on it. The only main issue I saw on the Steam Deck is that the resolution is locked at 720, but the game is playing at 1080. So you can still play the game, you can still see mostly everything going on in the game. It's just like certain pop-ups on the sides or information, like when you complete a goal, you'll see the corner of it, but you can't read it. Which in my opinion is not a big deal. If you already that far into the game, you're not really worried about seeing those certain messages. But once you go back to playing on laptop or PC, you reset the resolution and you're good. But that's the only major issue I saw on the Steam Deck. Otherwise, it ran smooth, perfect music, interactions, controls, everything was good. And it was nice to be able to continue on going from my laptop, then going to the Steam Deck and back to the laptop. So big kudos on that. And that's pretty much a review of the game. So with that being said, let's look into the pros versus the cons. And starting off with the pros, the first one we're going to look at, of course, the arcade games. Now they give you a good selection of arcade games to play. Now granted, they're not the trademark arcade games that you would see, but you play these, you're going to recognize what arcade games these are based off of. But it was a good variety of them. You had puzzle games, you had fighting games, you had time challenging games. They were all fun, and I eventually had like certain machines that I just love playing every day. So big kudos on that. The next pro we're going to look at is challenging. Even when it comes into the daily tasks, deciding which machines you're going to buy, which upgrades you're going to buy, how you're going to lay it out, how you're going to draw more people. It was definitely challenging. It really made me think how to plan out how much money to save, what machine I'm going to invest into. So I definitely like that. And it was very rewarding seeing my work come through. And the last pro we're going to look at, that you can play it on the Steam Deck. I love that I can play this game on the go, and I think that is a big plus. Like I said, it's not verified yet, but that doesn't mean it can't run. So if the developers get it verified, then the resolution be straight, but otherwise it's perfect. And this is one of those games I think is perfect to play on the go. So with the pros done, let's take a look at the cons. So the first con we're going to look at, of course, the game is repetitive. Like I've said several times in this video, you will be doing a lot of the same tasks, the same daily tasks, the same daily goals over and over and over and over. And for some people, they can get tired of that very quickly. So I can understand if you get burned out, or you put the game down for a while, or you get bored of that. I can understand that. Now the next con we're going to look at, which kind of ties into the first one as well, is grinding. A lot of things you're going to need money for. How you going to get that money? You're going to have to either be working those arcade machines left and right, getting their popularity up. You only have to hitting those loads of close out, trying to get that perfect amount of money every time, hitting those daily tasks. So it can feel a little bit grindy from time to time, and I can understand this. You got to have that good balance of grind and fun before it becomes grinding and annoying. And I can see a lot of people seeing the grinding can become annoying. And the last con we're going to look at, and this is more of a personal con, is the upgrades. Because I felt like the rewards for the upgrades was too low based on how high the amounts you needed to unlock these rewards. I felt like if they would have balanced that out a little bit more, the going for the upgrades would feel more achievable, more like you want to get them. At one point, I was just like, forget the upgrades. I'm just going to focus on getting my business up. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get more upgrades, but at one point it just felt like I would take forever to get these. But that's just my personal opinion. But that's just my thoughts on it. Overall, I definitely gotta give a thumbs up to the game. The game is fun. Like I said, if you like management sim type games, this is the perfect game for you. If you like playing arcades, and like I said, if you grew up in that generation where arcades were alive and thriving and playing in them, you will love this game and understand it and fall in love with it. But that's just my thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. If you got the game, let me know what you think about it. If you played it on your Steam Deck, let me know what you like and don't like about it on the Steam Deck. And if you haven't played on the Steam Deck, why haven't you? But that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know how you guys feel. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Let me know you guys like it. So I do reviews like this on a bunch of good variety of games. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I talk about stuff going on in the gaming and tech world. I do reviews on some of the latest games and tech that's out. I do top 10 new games come out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and my other social media pages so you can keep up to date what's going on if you want to reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. You can catch me streaming on Twitch, playing indie, PC, console, and VR games. So if you want to see me play some of these games that I do reviews on in real time and chat up with me, that's where you'll find me. But this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.